I took 20 students with me to South Africa this past summer. We spent 30 days there, and we worked in the slums, what we call slums, what they call townships, which are all black or colored families that were moved out of their natural homes during apartheid, and are now sort of rising above the discrimination and the problems of that era, dealing with HIV/AIDS and trying to build businesses in that context. So our students went into the field with black South African students and helped entrepreneurs start, build, and finance new businesses that will create employment and deal with, get this, an 80% unemployment problem in most of the townships. So we took our students, exposed them to poverty, racism, disease, drugs, all the problems of a developing country, a community that's mired in poverty, and we help them find business solutions. We have two goals when we go into a place like South Africa. The first is to teach social entrepreneurship and encourage our students who want to be social entrepreneurs to have an experience to evaluate whether or not they have what it takes to be successful. So that's goal one. The second goal is we have a group of students who will never be social entrepreneurs, but we want them to have a different perspective on business when they become business leaders. So we want them to think about the ethics and social responsibility of business. And if they're running a large technology business someday, a software company, and they have an option available to them to donate software to an educational program in an impoverished community where kids don't get the opportunities that wealthy communities do, that they'll make that decision in a way that will be socially responsible and ethical, and we think they can learn that from their experiences in a program like ours. Social entrepreneurship is the application of business principles, skills, and knowledge to solving social problems like disease, poverty, illiteracy, homelessness, and those sorts of things. There are other people doing social enterprise, for sure, and for some institutions like Harvard, their focus is on running nonprofits in traditional communities like United Way, for example. But ours, while I couldn't assure you it's unique, I think it's unique in that we're focused on social business entrepreneurship, and we're focused on the extreme poor and how to use business to help them rise above their circumstances. I think our program at Northeastern is unique because we are very practice-oriented. So we take our kids into the field immediately, whether it be in Roxbury or Dorchester or in South Africa or Haiti. So we are very hands-on, and we do that very quickly, and most institutions are not as willing to do that in the way that we are, and that's a hallmark of Northeastern's educational programs. My goal as a professor is to contribute to a new generation of business leadership. So the Enron generation, which sickened many of us with the perpetual pursuit of personal wealth and the greed that goes along with that. We're trying to develop business people who are more interested in helping others than building their own bank accounts. So we think we can do that through one of the tools to do that is social enterprise, which is a way to look at the social responsibility and power of business, especially to people who are not typically included in the benefits of capitalism. Our program gives our students two opportunities. One is they learn something, they get an experience that no one else we believe is offering today. But also at the end of the day, they get an education, but also the communities that we're working in get the benefit and the power of what we bring to the table. One of the very unique things I think is when we go into a place like South Africa, we actually bring money. So a lot of institutions will say, we want our students to go in and work with you, and then the students do that, and the entrepreneur says, wow, that was interesting, but at the end of the day, I'm still broke. Well, the ones that we think are qualified for investment, they're not broke when we're done. We fund them so that at the end of the day, we're actually building businesses, providing not only knowledge, skills, leadership, but capital. I am extremely proud of the students that we've brought. We're in the early stages. We've only had a couple of trips so far, but our students have withstood tremendous challenges and difficulties working in communities where there's personal security risk, there's the risk around sanitation and so forth, and our kids went through it with great courage and dignity, and I'm very proud of them. And I'm very proud of Northeastern because without the university's support in something that's pretty unorthodox, it's not natural for universities to step and say, yeah, this is something we really want to do. They worry about programs like this in terms of liability and the challenges and expense. So they've been terrific supporters, and I'm very happy about that.